Thanks for joining me in the webinar. We're going to go over the Mimo temperature taking solutions that we're bringing to market in response to COVID. So let's look at those details now. So we'll start off with the concept. What are we trying to do? So we've created a solution that is very customizable and a lot different than the ones currently on the market. So this is a level 1 triage temperature taking solution. It's fully customizable, it's touchless, and it has very important components of the digital signage aspect built in, meaning you can customize the interface of the solution to what you want. You can play videos, you can design the layout to how you see fit through the CMS, you can put branding on there, you can do all sorts of different things to make sure that the user interface is easy to use and customizable to your exact situation or application. So if it's in a hotel, you can have hotel branding, how to wash hands. If it's in a medical, you can have it, a customer survey or proceed to the next steps of evaluation on whether or not you're allowed to go in the building. So how we start off this presentation is this temperature solution can be as simplistic or as intuitive as you want, meaning that the simple pass-fail option is something that you can do. Someone walks up to the kiosk, they get their temperature taken. It says, hey, you pass, you fall in the degree of latency for the temperature, or you fail, you're not allowed to go in. It can be as simplistic as that. Or it can be as intuitive as, hey, you walk up to the solution, it scans your temperature, it triggers an access control that opens the door and you're allowed to go in. Or if you fail, it doesn't trigger the access control and it doesn't allow you to go in. So we'll look at the CMS and the capabilities of that later, but just know that this is much different and this is an enterprise solution that we're offering to the market to cater to the safety of employees and the safety of your customers simultaneously. So let's look into this a little bit more. So this is an enterprise application. It intended to be used by schools, businesses, government buildings, and we've had an incredible amount of outreach to us in response to the solution that we're providing. So before I go any further, let me just quickly run through how it works. So an employee is coming up to their place of employment, and as they walk up to the solution, the scanner, the sonic sensor detects that you're there, and it scans you as you're walking up to the solution 3 times. It's taking your temperature from your nasal cavity to the top of your forehead, and it's accessing 3 different temperatures, and then it presents the mean temperature and allows you to pass or fail. So let's take a look on a pass and what that looks like. Walking up to the kiosk, scanning his facial detection. Hey, you're good to go. You're 99.2. Please move forward and proceed. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now let's take a look at the fail. You walk up to the kiosk, same type of thing. You failed. So security might be with you. This will trigger a response in order to take care of that particular person that didn't fall within the pass test. So that's how it works very simplistically. All right. So let's dive into the technical real quick, just to give you an idea of how it works in terms of the sensor, temperature, and camera array that sits on the top of the tablet. So the ultrasonic, it can sense you from 1 to about 30 inches. It gets more accurate as you get closer to the solution. It's very, it is a medical grade type solution. The sensor is. This isn't a medical grade solution overall. It's just the sensors are medical grade. The solution is not. So you have to be very clear on that. There's no FDA approval on any of this. This is a level 1 triage temperature taking solution and not a medical grade solution. So that's very important. These come calibrated from the factory, so you don't have to calibrate these all of the time. The The beautiful thing about the sensor that we'll also dive into and is competitive advantage is you're allowed to set the sensor degree for temperature. So if, during the week, there's very few employees coming in and out, you might have a temperature range of 97.5 to 99.5, okay? And, this is outside of a soccer stadium in Madrid, for example. Well, when there's game day and you are having an influx of people coming into the stadium, then you need to narrow that degree down to, let's say, 98.1 to 98.9 to ensure that your people are the safest they can be. You can do that with these sensors, so that's great. The optimal height is about 56 to 58 inches off the ground, and the sensor array sets at about a 30% angle. So those can be situated, and we have the specifics on how to do that. But what we see to accommodate for all sizes of people is between 56 and 58 inches off the ground. So the specifics of the tablet that are here, these are standard Android 21-inch, 15.6, and 10.1-inch tablets. So here are the specifications. I won't go into that very detailed, but I will note that the Rockchip 3288 chipset that is in these tablets are NDAA and CARES compliant for North America, which is important. They're not on the ban list of chipsets, so these can be deployed in government and higher education applications. And right here, the sensor will attach to one of these USB pogo pins that are situated on our tablet. So these just mount directly to the tablet, and these can be used for additional peripherals like 2D barcode scanner, NFC, RFID, credit card readers, LED bars. So these are how the sensors mount to the tablet. So we offer three solutions. We offer a desktop solution, as you see here. So you get the desktop stand, you get the piece of Android hardware, well, it's size specific, and then you get 1 year of the CMS software license, all included in that MSRP pricing, or in that pricing that you get from MSRP or from a reseller that we work with. The wall mount, pretty straightforward. We have a wall mount. We have the tablet size of your choice, 1 year CMS software, and you have the full solution. The portable cart option is portable cart. Got your Android tablet in 15.6 or 21.5 or 10-inch, 1 year CMS software license, and then you have the full solution. So the CMS, we'll go into details of the CMS right now because that's a very important part of this solution. And there's a lot of different tiers and applications and stuff that you can do with it. So let's explore that right now. So what we've discussed thus far is the 10-inch, the 15.6, and the 21-inch that are all under the enterprise application solution. So that's the one where we can, it's out of the box. It has a lot of functionality that simplistic pass-go ones don't have. So some of the functionality that's right out of the box with the CMS is the facial detection and analytics and reporting. And it's important to note that this is facial detection and not facial recognition, meaning that when I walk up to the sensor, it detects that I'm a male in my 30s and doesn't specifically say, hey, that's Tyler Wells, who's male, who's this very specific details. And that's very important in terms of HIPAA and government regulations. So just keep note that this facial detection and not facial recognition. And the analytics and reporting, that's all pushed through the CMS. And that means that, hey, you had 486 people come to your kiosk today. They showed up at the times of, 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. And this is when this is the average demographic, the average age, stuff like that. So very important when you deploy these type of things that you can see how these are being utilized and by whom. one of the really crucial parts of this enterprise system is the fact that it allows digital signage, messaging, static imagery, branding, and video to be outlined any way they see fit. You can develop these for any type of application, but the digital signage aspect is huge, and where we're seeing a lot of interest. So you can have alerts for results. You can ping a system with email or text. You can manage all of your devices through the CMS, which is important. You can remote power up and power down. And as I said previously, it has a flexible temperature threshold system. The ability for you to decide how much above or below the normal temperature is acceptable for people coming in and out of your place of business. And then once they pass or fail, green or red is the result and that you see. So these are the very simplistic things that come right out of the box, that if you bought it now and didn't need anything else, this would be what you got. But there are a lot of different other applications that you can upgrade to with this system, and we'll explore those right now. So additional features, and some of these might require an engineering NRE, meaning that there is a cost associated with developing these new applications. And when that happens, we're very transparent on the costs and the timelines and stuff like that. So some of those add-ons might be LED lights integrated on the side of the tablets to show alerts, anything like that, pass go basically. You can notify a virtual attendant or HR via text or email. You can do that. You can do device management with the health of the unit in real time. You can do ID scanning and verification against the database. Virtual receptionists, group counting and attendance. You have widgets for social media, like live social media streams or live news or weather. You can have voice activation, and access control is a huge one. So you walk up to a kiosk, you pass, the door opens. We can do that as well. That one is a little bit more of we work with the end user or the reseller or whomever wants that type of application very closely to make sure that we have all the information, protocols, all of that is locked down for access control, because it is it's so specific to the customer. You can have a contactless solution via QR code, which can be transferred to a phone to minimize the touch aspect of the screens, and then this can measure dwell time. So while these are touchless solutions, these can be repurposed to be kind of touch solutions, but all of these different additional functionality are ones that are brought up to us by customers and that the market is really pushing to get more information on. So this is basically those are our enterprise most sought after, the upper echelon of our temperature taking solutions. But we do have a 7 and 10 inch, very basic and simplistic solution that I will speak to now. So the entry level functionality and features are comparable to ones that are on the market, and that is just a pass go feature. You walk up to the kiosk, it says, hey, you're good to go. And then there's no specifics regarding that. And where ours is a little bit more intuitive than that, but not much, you can manage the devices through the CMS. You can have the green and red pass fail displayed on the screen. Temperature still on the screen. You have audio and voice capability where you can record your own messages and voices after the prompts. So a little bit more customizable, but really dumbed down and simplistic pass-fail type of system. So with that said, these units are entry-level type solutions. And the good news is, we all hope that 6 months from now, COVID isn't a thing and that these type of solutions aren't needed. And if that's the case, then that's okay, because these are all Android tablets with basic Android tablets that can be repurposed for digital signage, conference room control, anything like that. So these won't have to be a boat anchor at the end of, all of this. They will be able to be repurposed for any number of things. So these aren't just kind of we're sending this solution out just to cater to temperature and the COVID problem. This could be a solution for a number of other things if COVID goes away tomorrow. Here are North American distributors. We have Alamo, Blue Star, Annexter, Ingram, and Cinex in the United States. Then we have Cinex Canada, Blue Star Canada, and Annexter Canada, handled in Canada. Our EMEA distributors are Annexter, Voom, Sidev, Midwich, Rutronics, and Von Domberg. We encourage our global partners to work with one of these partners to bring products to you more quickly, and they are very knowledgeable on the solution, and they can help you bridge any questions that you may have. So that's the temperature kiosk solution that we're bringing from Mimo monitors. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our info line. This gets directed to the sales team and the tech team that will most appropriately address your questions. We have tech support at Mimo Monitors. They're great at addressing any technical questions that you may have. And then orders information is orders at. So appreciate you joining me today for this quick temperature solution webinar. I hope this helps. Feel free to distribute it as you see fit, and we look forward to working with you through these challenging times. So thanks again. Have a great day.